Hey everybody, Tim Carter, the Fiery Truth Teller here. In this video, I'm going to reveal to you why YouTube actually did adpocalypse or YouTube apocalypse. Now, you have to understand that one of the biggest things that a person can use in order to bring people to their side is media. And in the media, one of the greatest tools that the establishment uses are the channels for politics. And so what they do is they use politics in order to push narratives. As you see now, they're doing what? They're using the media to push the political narrative that's going to push us to war so that what? The military-industrial complex can make more money. So as you can see, if you have control of the media, you can push whatever narrative it is that you want to push. So what happened was, by YouTube being created and then becoming as huge as it became, once Google took it over, it was already big before then, but when Google took it over, then they started paying people to do work on YouTube, and then people started making money from it, from the ads. So people are like, oh man, now you got more and more creators started happening, independent creators. So what came with that independent creator phenomenon was independent media. And a lot of that independent media is progressive media. So progressive media pushes back against things like war propaganda. So what happened in the past couple of years is the mainstream media has lost a chunk, I'm talking about the majority of the key demographic, which is about 18 to 24 years old. So because they're losing this demographic, what they had to do was figure out a way to try to grab that demographic back. Where was that demographic going? It was going to alternative media, like YouTube, like shows like The Young Turks, Secular Talk with Kyle Kalinske, The Humanist Report with Mike Figueredo, The Jimmy Dore Show, which is blown up, The Benjamin Dixon Show, The Tim Black Show. All of these different progressive media shows, that's where the key demographic has actually gone. So because of that, the media is like, okay, how in the world can we get these individuals back? So check out this absolutely diabolical thing that they did. I mean, this was like straight Al Capone gangster style. Like, check this out. They had one of the mainstream newspapers put in a newspaper that advertisers like Coca-Cola, Reebok, big name advertisers were having their ads put on YouTube videos that had titles like with the N-word in it. Advertisers like, what? YouTube, you're putting our ads on stuff like that? That rarely, if ever, happens because of the algorithm. So that actual photo could have been photoshopped or something. But again, it didn't matter, because when advertisers saw that, YouTube lost almost $1 billion in one day. One day from advertisers pulling out like, no, we can't have our ads on these videos on YouTube because you all aren't censoring this stuff. So what did YouTube do? They overcompensated. They went all the way to the wrong side and said, no, we're gonna start pulling ads from every single offensive thing. Didn't matter if they were talking about news and it was just giving the news or talking about the news or saying, hey, you know, this is what happened in Syria or this is what happened in Afghanistan. They didn't care. It was like, if we see Syria in the title, or we see atheists and a religion or anything, nope, we demonetizing it because that's either offensive or it's something that turns people negative.
Wait, what?
So just having a conversation about things turns it negative? That doesn't make any sense. But it turns out that's not for what they're actually doing. For what they're actually doing it is for the money. Now check it out. By them putting that article in the paper and YouTube panicking, what happened was YouTube ended up pulling that stuff from the independent media, and it just so happened that it was only politics that got affected. It was only political stuff. And from a lot of stuff of what people are saying, it was mainly progressive media. So at the same time where they're coming out with the war and doing that same war propaganda that they were doing like with Iraq, all of a sudden the main voices that will be against it get yanked monetarily. Why do you think that is? It's because they want to make sure that, one, you don't stop the establishment train, and two, that the money that the mainstream media is losing goes back to the mainstream media. How? YouTube TV. They just so happen to launch YouTube TV at the same time. And guess who's on YouTube TV? The people who are on regular television. Didn't we go to YouTube to get away from them because they were absolutely terrible, bought by the establishment, not giving you the things that they should be giving you? Isn't that why we got away from them, going to YouTube? And now what happens? You put the article on the paper, advertisers pull out, YouTube pulls the money from controversial people, then launches YouTube TV, then all the traditional news outlets come to YouTube TV, and guess what? Their ads on their channels aren't getting demonetized, and they're talking about Syria, Iraq, and things like that. So why do you think that is? It's because YouTube's a corporation owned by Google, owned by what, Alphabet, whatever Google's parent company name is. This is not by accident. They did this because they want the money back for the key demographic that YouTube took. And they had to give a legitimate reason why they took the money back. And the legitimate reason is, oh, we got to change the algorithm because there were some things happening and we were losing advertisers. Oh, by the way, here's YouTube TV. Come on. Let's just keep it real.
Who else wants some?
That was gangster.
Who else wants some of Debo?
Be sure to subscribe down below to this channel, and make sure that you subscribe to all the It's Time to Fight channels and pages at It's Time to Fight on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Be sure to check me out at itstimetofight.com. Let's get it.